All right, hello. Today's video journal day 110. Today's been overall pretty good. I was pretty productive. I figured out how to control four instances of a game because I want to like shiny hunt with four games running on like four different games. So because like shiny hunting takes a long time, and so I'm obviously making videos and I want to make sure those videos don't take months to get out. So if I shiny out in four games, then it's going to take not as long. And I think that's going to be really beneficial. So I didn't actually. So I wrote a prompt, but it's separate from what I'm going to be talking about today. I've decided that I'm going to try to talk without any bullet points. I normally have bullet points on my second monitor over here, but I don't today because I realize that when I'm streaming, I'm gonna have to be able to talk to myself without bullet points. So I'm just trying to like practice that skill because I think that one's gonna be pretty hard for me. And the topic I was thinking about talking about today was so a little earlier, like probably a few months earlier, I was kind of wondering if I could be on the autism spectrum because I obviously have my obsessions. I haven't had the easiest time with social stuff and like understanding people's emotions, that sort of stuff. Just I've noticed just a few things and that I could maybe consider to be on the spectrum. And what I've kind of learned through that process is that I would not consider myself autistic because I see that I have, yes, a few of those traits. Oh, and another one was, I just remembered another one was like physical touch sensitivity too. I'm like almost always hugging a plushie while I'm watching like YouTube videos because it just like helps me that physical like touch like helps comfort me. I'm like a little extra sensitive in that area, so that kind of helps with like comfort and stuff. And so, anyways, those sort of I've just seeing some of those, and the reason that despite seeing those things, the reason that didn't that I decided not to get the screening was because I didn't feel like I had those symptoms bad enough to where they caused major issues in my life. Because it's like I have them, I have a few traits, but I don't have them to where. So here's the example I'll give is my sister dated a guy who was bipolar. And with a disorder like that, he couldn't keep a job because he was just so bipolar. He wasn't able to manage his symptoms well. And I'm really looking at that, and I look at like, obviously autism is different, but I'm thinking like, okay, I don't have a disorder so bad to the point where I'm struggling in a certain area way more than the average person should. Like I'm not struggling to keep a job. I'm not struggling to get out of like. I have my little comfort zones. Yes, I realize I need to push myself out of the not talking to people as much comfort zone, and I need to push myself into the understanding people's emotions uncomfortable zone. But I don't think I have those traits to an extreme degree to where I can't grow them. Because I've really realized that, like, okay, yeah, I have those traits, some of them, but I don't think, one, they're extreme enough, and two, I think I can grow them. I think one of the biggest things is that with like a disorder is that you have a very hard time growing away from it, getting away from it. Like it's just the symptoms are so extreme in you that you have a very hard time growing and pushing past them. And I'm not having it too hard of a time pushing past autism symptoms despite having a few traits. And so that's kind of how I learned to settle it and not. I honestly realized that I think people are getting diagnosed a little too much because, like, psychology is like super subjective right now. There's not much objectivity to it. And the issue with that is like, I think the people who are actually doing the screening aren't doing it correctly. They aren't doing it in an objective way to where you would actually like to where you could actually like for sure say that somebody is. But they are saying that, yeah, you are for sure, even though it's likely you're not. And I think that people are getting diagnosed too much to the point where the label has kind of lost its meaning in a way. Because people who aren't actually autistic are getting labeled as autistic. And same with all the other labels too. ADHD, OCD, I'm sure those are too. But because I've been studying that specifically autism, I've noticed it there. All right, well, thanks for all those who are watching, and I'm going to become a consistent content creator in 2025.